So I got to bring you into it. What's the better live adaptation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
What's the better live adaptation?
Yeah, the live action.
Okay, so the first thing that live action, not animated.
Not animated, no, just
Oh,
live action. That's what I meant to make sure I had specified. Yeah, there's
Aren't
only
there
two.
like just the like the
There's only two.
there's
There's only. Oh,
well,
sorry.
if you are you're not counting like the originals,
yes.
Yes, that's what we're counting. Yeah, the originals and then the 2014.
and then the other ones. So there's like five total
I mean, I
Yeah,
was
but
just saying.
movie wise.
I was
Movie
just
wise.
one
saying
version or two?
two
One
versions.
version or the other one?
A ribbon is something rare. I should. This is a good song. Mm, mm. Uh,
That's a pretty
there's
good song,
okay. So
bro.
it is, but it's a really good song.
You're hey,
Oh, come on, come on! You can't tell me y'all aren't humming this shit when it's playing.
no.
That might be it. Might be the scariest part of the whole shit. The show don't scare me.
Be special,
Theme song does.
rare.
Okay, so I would I'll have a ribbon. It's yeah, that shit. That's banging. That's a banger. Anyway, if so, there's obviously the whole nostalgia part for the originals, right? But then when you think about the newer ones, I guess you could say, like the 2014 ones and the 2017, they're like overdone. Michael Bay clearly tried to make them a Transformer franchise. Excuse me, and he overdid it.
Mhm.
Me personally, I think I like the originals better. But I also can't say that I've seen the second live action one that like was the 2017 one.
Yeah,
I think as a true turtle fan, I might get a lot of hate for this, but I think every live action version they ever did was trash. And I think y'all only like the old versions because of nostalgia. It's not actually good.
I
No,
like the
no, no,
old
no. So
nostalgia and where the comics were at during the time. They were kind of on point. Even
Mhm.
introducing the female Ninja Turtle, like I found all that kind of cool. But
It's
the
kind of
newer,
that's all it is. It's cool. And like I said, it's because it's a turtle story that it kind of works a little bit. That's why people found joy in it. But like, are we just popping that shit in? Like, yeah, let me throw this on.
but
no,
it just
No.
the
the
newer
newer,
ones are so overdone. There's too much Michael Bay in there to actually feel like it's a good turtle movie.
And they
Shredder looks like Megatron,
that
and
now you're arguing lore, but I accept that, but I just think that we make movies better nowadays. So it's really
agreed.
not fair to compare such an old movie to what's going on now. It's just easier to write a good movie.
Right.
With that being said, all of them still are trash. They getting shit on by all the animated ones. Seriously, like
No,
it's not even close.
that is an absolute fact.
That is true. That is true. If I had
TMNT
to say
from
like what my
2007 is one of my favorites. That's
if I had to pick one that was current that is animated that is my favorite, it'd either have to be between the Nickelodeon cartoon and the movie that just came out that kind of has like this Into the Spider-Verse artwork. That was just so good. It was so good.
that was
Meg
really
bought
good.
it.
Mutant
She
Mayhem
like
was
she
really
bought it,
good.
and we
this is the thing about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's one of those properties. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z. We're never gonna see a good live action version of it. It's not gonna
You're
happen.
telling me the dude, with the car,
It's
the
not
top of
happening.
his head.
Yeah, it's not happening. Like, think about it, bro. Think about some humanoid motherfuckers with shells on their back in
Yeah,
a movie. It just doesn't look appealing, bro.
doesn't
Just
work.
like
Yes. Okay. So
seeing
I'll
Goku,
argue this.
just like seeing Goku go Super Saiyan in the one live action movie they did. That movie pissed me off
So
so much.
we don't need to
But
go into
anyway,
that.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. Why does Avatar work?
Did it
because
work?
it's different. They
What do you
all
mean?
look, they
I
look
understand
normal.
that, but they don't look normal. They're blue and have four fingers, just like the turtles, but they're green.
Oh, you're
The
talking
only
about Avatar, the
Oh, Way of Water.
yeah,
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 that
yeah, yeah. My bad. I should have specified.
Oh,
that
you're not
came,
talking about
that
Last
came off
Airbender.
of a
Okay.
dream. It
No,
wasn't even
sorry. Yeah.
it wasn't a thing before the movie came out. Like that came off of a dream that the motherfucker had from what he said. But
So
Right, but I'm saying if the execution of something like that is possible, then You can't tell me that, for example, if you gave James Cameron the IP to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that he wouldn't make it the best he could,
No,
and I think he would
I
do it
don't
better
think
than
it
Michael
would.
Bay.
no.
No, James
Here's the
Cameron
thing.
doesn't really do
Here's,
silly.
and that's the problem right there.
He's more
It's
serious. That's why
Okay,
Avatar
okay.
worked, because it's serious. Like it's
but like Spider-Man. Think about how Spider-Man is as a character, right? Something that works so well on comic books, but there's still some part of it that you bring down a notch when you go live action. Like
yeah.
Spider-Man can do Deadpool level shit. Borderline can break the fourth wall. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But
True, true.
you won't see him do that in a live action. With Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, it's just too many things. They're teenagers, they're mutants, ninjas, turtles, and it's hard to hit all of those and make it work. Like in the new animated movies, they was really young teenagers. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's
Yep.
not going to be as hardcore as the version that I grew up on because those were older teenagers. They was 18, 19-year-old. You see what I'm saying? Those was real ninjas. You see what I'm saying? So it's like there you can't do the silly part and have it work. It just won't unless you do all silly, and that's gonna make some people mad. It's just never gonna work. It's
But see,
too
I
many
don't.
moving parts.
I think
I think
you
they
can,
should
and
just
this is
stick
where I
with the
think we've
animated.
agreed. But this is where I think that they fumbled by canceling the live action Last Ronin.
No, we got into this too.
If
They didn't
We
if
just
if
They didn't
they
cancel,
talked about that
they
too.
didn't cancel it. I gotta correct you on that. They didn't cancel it. They put it on hold. Not canceled.
okay,
It's just on hold.
okay, well that's better. That's better. But I feel like, for example, let's and I don't know a lot of horror directors, so just bear with me. I'm just spitballing. Say you take Sam Raimi, right? He's an iconic horror director. If you were able to take something like that and correlate it with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to The Last Ronin, because it was almost like, from what I recall, it was almost pitched like it was a super dark film, right? Because we
It is
obviously know the
dark.
storyline of The Last Ronin.
Yeah.
I feel like if you would take the right director, they could make such a good live action movie. But it does take the right director. It really does.
I'm
But
a I'm a t-
they haven't
I'm a
made a
t-
good live action movie yet. So why try it? It's just not they're not there yet.
exactly, and I'm gonna tell you why the last Ronin works. Because in the comics, as the turtles get older, they become more human. Their shells become more of like their back than it actually sticking out. So
Really?
yeah, all you got to do is just have a green motherfucker. Like we've seen that with the Hulk, shave their head, all their facial hair, and they just bulk. Like it's simple at that point. But to make four teenage mutant ninja turtles that's out here, with big ass shells on their back, that's hard to do. It's just not visually pleasing to look at. You know what I'm saying? Personally, like I would love to see a live action Dragon Ball Z movie, just like I would love to see a live action Naruto movie. But if that ever happened, it'd be fucking trash.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I agree that there are just some shows and some you know characters that just can't fold over, right? Like you can't move them from
I don't
pages to screen. But I animation is really where like we are all agreeing, like animation is really where they're taking the cake with it, because the sky is the limit and more, right? And so when it comes down to it, really feel like it just has to do with the director. I feel like with all the stuff people are watching nowadays, with how much stuff is CGI'd, whether it's Avengers, whether it's horror movies, whether it's Avatar, there has to be something that, look, I feel like it's possible, right? It's possible. You just have to
if,
find the right.
if it is, you can't start with the last Ronin, okay?
Agreed.
Because
I'll agree to that.
like the other turtles mean so much to so many people. You see
Mhm.
what I mean? We're gonna feel robbed if you just throw us in the universe and my turtle's already dead. I'm gonna be pissed. Rap's just gone. Why am I here? I'm not. You see what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand of that, let's say if you did do 2 movies, 3 movies, if you could get it right, and then the last Ronin is that, you see what I'm saying? We would watch that because
That would
we
be
felt
better.
connection to the dead turtles.
I
Like,
think
damn,
you'd be more invested.
I think a good leeway to that is you drop an animated short series that touches on the final days of the turtles. You see all them die and all the things that Mikey encountered that leads up to the last one. I think that would be the easiest way.
And if you could have, say, like, again, I'm just spitballing. the Russo brothers. We've seen them do so many good things with so many different stories, characters, and different comic lines, right? That they brought it all together and they made it coherent, cohesive, and very well written. I see. Like, I know you guys keep saying like it's just not visually pleasing, but I feel like people can get past that with everything that we watch nowadays. Like,
Nah, if the turtles are butt, I'm
Bro,
gonna be
the
mad.
amount of bullshit that you be talking about that pops up on your Twitter feed, ain't nobody gonna fuck with that. All these
that's
critical
just
fuckers, bro. No, man.
yes, but then there's people like us, right, who want to see that. There's people who will.
Personally, I don't want to see it.
I don't.
I want to stand outside of us in that dynamic. I don't want
You
to
just
see
want
it.
to be different.
No, not even. They're fine with their animated shit. Their animated shit's
And
perfectly.
they need to just actually devote themselves to a universe, but they don't never do it.
And that's what it
I
is.
think,
That's what I was getting
I
to.
think,
If the
I
Russo
think,
brothers could take it,
I think the next biggest step for them would just to be making a full-on anime. I mean, a full-on anime. That would be clean.
that
So
would be
what they
dope.
did was they did this new animation style for the movie, and then they proceeded to push it into a TV series, so you can continue watching. There's
Yeah,
a TV series based on the movie, which I think is lame. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just
Wait. The
just make
most
the
recent movie?
Yeah.
yeah. Nickelodeon's
Yo,
There's
making
a
that. Yeah, it's this whole series that came out like maybe 6, 7 months after.
what?
The animation's dumb, but
Yeah,
The
they
whole
dumbed down
series
the yeah.
was meant to set up them going to high school like how it ended, and now they just continue doing it. Now it's a gag that they keep going to school or whatever.
Oh man, what the fuck is this?
that's that Nickelodeon shit, man. I don't know what it
Exactly.
is.
It's Nickelodeon.
What
They cut the budget in
fuck?
half.
They've been doing it for years.
So we're probably not even gonna get another movie.
No, we're
Nope.
getting a new live action though. They said they're gonna Sonicify it. Like Sonic movies. It's the same producer to Sonic movies.
If we can bully that studio into making Sonic look good, we can bully them to make the Turtles look good.
I don't.
It's
That's
just
our
you got to
problem.
find that middle,
Yeah.
the middle ground, bro. Because they make them too big. They make them Hulk size, bro. In the
Yeah, because what
beginning,
the fuck is that?
they just fucking, bro. How are you gonna sneak around New York in a trench coat being that big? You can't. You can't.
That
Don't y'all got me ranting about the turtles, man, and
I
y'all
know,
know that's my
right? Welcome back to the loading screen. We're actually supposed to be talking about Welcome to Dairy episode 5.
We're supposed to be talking about Welcome to Derry, but we're stuck on the Turtles.
I mean, it's the Turtles. It's a pretty
I don't
good
know.
comic. But anyways,
Growing up, my younger brother, was actually the one that showed me the original live action movies. Terrifying, right? Just the costumes themselves are terrifying. But the fact that they were able to like still capture your attention and hold you there for at least 2 movies. I think they made like 3 or 4 in total. 3 and 4 were just like too much, right? But like, I don't know, man. That I liked the originals in terms of, again, yes, nostalgia. But I also like the fact that it wasn't CGI, right? I'm a huge, practical effect guy. But
you.
and that's why
You could not make those movies in today's world, and it'd be cool. It's just actually lame. I'm gonna be honest, but no, it is. But that's part of the charm. They made it that like that's. It was meant to be that way.
They're not. They're not lame.
All
But
right.
we're gonna, because you're gonna make me
why are you
upset.
showing Franklin attack?
Connor evolved from. Sorry, we had a term called.
that's Wrath.
No, that's blooded out Connor before he turned into a crip. But
Oh, that's why he goes by C Unit.